Another survival game, this time it's Soulmask, and it became a Steam global bestseller in under 4 hours from launch, all while maintaining a positive review rating. But does Soulmask deserve this rating? We're going to answer that question, but first, what is Soulmask? Now imagine if Rust, Ark, and Conan Exiles had a baby. That spawn would be Soulmask, a blend of the tech tree and decay components of Rust, the taming and beauty aspects of Ark, and the combat and thrall capture components of Conan Exiles. It really is a blend of most of the positives of each game. And like Rust, the characters have a forever logged in feature, meaning food will expire if left in your inventory, for example, or buildings will decay, which is a feature not everyone will like and can be turned off. But for the hardcore vanilla player, that leads to the necessity of the Conan Exiles thrall-like aspect of Soulmask, and that is the feature of capturing NPC tribesmen throughout the vast map that can be used to do the base upkeep, including crafting, cooking, farming, gathering, which will give the player more time to do the exploration and combat features of the game. One unique feature of Soulmask, though, is that not only can you capture high-level NPCs, but that a player can transfer their starting mask to a captured NPC tribesman to then take control over an entirely different character that has the potential to be proficient in different or more important skills than what the starting character may possess, which may mean less grinding for experience or skills and more time spent doing the fun things in the game. Speaking of the fun things in the game, to me that was the exploring through the beautiful map, customizing a base, and always being on the lookout for capturing more NPC tribesmen who could be used throughout the base or as my new first-person player to be controlled. The combat does feel fresh, and I especially enjoy the lock-on feature that make weapons harder to miss for the less combat-skilled players like myself. An anteater, it's gonna kill me. Run away! Run away from the anteater! The spear throwing and retrieval features are especially unique and fun. Plus, the fact that higher quality weapons, clothing, and NPCs are out there in the world is what keeps the player venturing outside of home rather than just crafting those similar items. Soulmask does have a very robust crafting, trait, and tech tree system, which is a double-edged sword since it's easy to become overwhelmed with so many different crafting benches in such a quick span of time that it is quite the learning curve figuring out what gets crafted where, what components lead to other components, and so on. It can be similarly overwhelming with all of the mask specializations, let alone the character traits to spec into, that I found myself having so much decision fatigue early on that I ended up not regularly spending my earned experience points. As a slower player when it comes to learning tech trees in games, I found it easy to get behind my faster-paced friends, so I would recommend playing with smaller groups of people when starting out in the game to hopefully avoid that. And while the game can also feel grindy at times, the beautiful graphics, the unique game features, and those with patience to learn and appreciate the extensive technology trees will be rewarded with potential hundreds of hours of playtime with friends. So do I think the positive Steam rating is worth it? I'd say the 8 uninterrupted hours spent on day 1 alone of owning the game speak for itself. But of all the new survival games available right now, I do think it's worth it for you to at least give the game a try and decide for yourself.